one
Yeah.
of the ways that it expresses itself is self-harm, which is, I think, something we're also seeing more and more. So maybe you can describe a little bit of what that is like. And I know that it's a coping mechanism in some way. So maybe you can help people who cannot even imagine why anybody would do that to themselves, or what it felt like from your perspective.
Yeah. That this is something else I read back on when I was looking at my old like diary entries. I wrote about how I felt crazy, but that I enjoyed it. And I think that it is crazy. I mean, it's very, very weird to see and look at from the outside. But a lot of it where it came from when I did it, it was I just I was so angry all the time. And I didn't know where to turn that. And I really hated like hurting the people around me. Like I didn't want to, but I did it all the time. Like I would always just explode on everyone, especially my mom, just because she was there, and I really hated it, and I didn't want to do that. And so I think that that was one way in that, I guess, that craze, or that um I guess just being so overwhelmed with all these negative emotions. It's one way I figured it out, like where to turn it to. And it wasn't
Mm.
it's not a positive outlet at all, but it's all I knew how to do, or all I figured out how to do, because it did make me feel better. It's very weird, but did it did feel good when I did it, and it did feel comforting when I did it. And I mean, it is kind of messed up, but I think that, I guess if you look at what's happening physiologically, you do get like a little dopamine released, or endorphins. You do get a little
Hmm.
rush, and
Yeah, yeah.
they are like feel good neurochemicals. And
Hmm.
so I guess if you're looking at a physiological standpoint, you can see where that's coming from. And I guess you could say it's similar. You could compare it to other, I guess, like coping behaviors people have. It can be similar if you're looking at like the physiological or neurochemical impact. It can be similar to, say, like emotional eating, or like binge eating, for example. And
Hmm.
some people do. And so I think it's just one of these coping behaviors um, that I found at a young age, that it worked, and then I continued to do it.